You absolutely need this gauge. Today we're inside the C5 and we're going to talk about the gauge that you probably never heard of, the Aeroforce Interceptor Scan Gauge. I've had mine for 8 years. I can't live without it, and by the time we're done, I think you're going to realize that you need one too. Okay, the first main function is basically any gauge you want it to be. You can see right now I've got this set up, so one on the top is a knock retard and the bottom is the oxygen sensor. And you can see I can scroll through, got misfires, long-term trim, oxygen sensor, bank 1 and bank 2, commanded air-fuel ratio. Car's not running, so you know none of these are populating. You can pick one for the top and you can pick one for the bottom. Commanded, so you could have, if I wanted horsepower, air intake charge, and this is just the ones that I've selected. You can go through and I'll show you the full list here. See the full list. We're going to go into setup, and then you can scroll, and any of these parameters that you want to show when you're scanning, you need to select for. Right now, the only ones that I've selected for is the knock one. Ignition advance. You can see I've got that starred. Misfires, long-term trim, bank 1 and 2. Oxygen sensor, bank 1 millivolts. Oxygen sensor, bank 2. You could do battery, all these different functions. Commanded, mile per gallon, horsepower. So you could select a lot more than I've got selected. So when I say this gauge takes over the function of, probably 20, 30 gauges if you wanted it to, I'm not kidding. Okay, let's say I have a check engine light. I can use the interceptor here to look it up and see what the cause is. Go to Get Diagnostic Trouble Codes, and there you go, P0410. Then I can also clear it. Go to Clear Diagnostic Trouble Code. There, now it's gone. I've set up the shift light indicator, and for the purposes of this demonstration, I went into the annunciator and set it up so anytime it exceeds 2000 RPM, the shift light will come on. So you can see if you wanted to set that to 6500, as you're driving down the road, it's going to get your attention. Okay guys, the next thing we're going to look at are cylinder misfires, and we'll just go right into misfires. Okay, so the column on the right there is where the misfires will show up, and even a perfectly running engine will have misfires from time to time. So where this becomes super useful is if you had an engine that was missing and you started this test and cylinder number 8 had 30 misfires. That way you can target looking at the spark plug, the wire, and the injector for cylinder number 8. Here's a few more useful items for you in the vehicle controls. You can turn the fan on high or low. You can reset your fuel trims. You can do a case relearn if you have to replace your crankshaft position sensor, engine, or PCM. All very useful things. In the performance tab, you can do a quarter-mile run. It'll give you your quarter-mile statistics, eighth mile, and your 0 to 60 time. You can go into the logo area and pick whatever it is that you're brand loyal to. This time, I think I'm going to check off the Chevrolet. Hey guys, we really just scratched the surface on the Aeroforce Scan Gauge and what it can do. If you want more information on it, just go to the Aeroforce website. That does it for this video. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Remember to subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.